Bitcoin is pumping massively, and in this video we're going to cover exactly why. We're also going to cover the super trend, what is likely to happen next for Bitcoin, the 200 daily simple moving average, and so many more interesting things. I'm also going to cover my own trades, the correlation between the US stock market and Bitcoin, the Bitcoin dominance, the price of Ethereum and Solana. So if this sounds interesting, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. So first of all, Bitcoin now is trading at 94,000 approximately, and we have been seeing a massive pump towards the upside after this higher low formation, as you can clearly see right there that we covered in yesterday's video, expecting a further bounce to the upside. And right now we are at a massive level of resistance at approximately 93, 94k, but as of now it looks like we are trying to break above. And if we now could see a confirmation, higher prices could be expected, and this is looking very, very bullish in my opinion. And the reason for the pump is that right after the US market opened yesterday, Bitcoin pumped massively, and it wasn't random. So Vanguard finally reversed its Bitcoin ETF ban, and as soon as that happened, institutions started pouring in through BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF, and the ETF volume passed $5.1 billion yesterday, so the institutional accumulation is extremely bullish for Bitcoin. And on the 4-hourly, on the super trend, we flipped the bullish, which could send Bitcoin higher in the short term. And I also do think we are about to see a bounce to the 50 simple to confirm the breakdown. And as of now, this line will act as a resistance. If we reclaim and break above, then of course higher prices could be expected. But I do think what happened last cycle, as you can see right there, could potentially happen again now. So we pump to confirm the breakdown before then entering into a bear market until QE starting next year. And I also do think we could potentially see a pump to the upside here to the 200 daily moving average, and then confirm a breakdown exactly as we saw in the last cycle over there. But I do think we could get rejected right there at the 50 simple at around 102,000. I think this is the most likely scenario, but this could of course happen also if you take a look at historical data from last cycle. And if we cover the Bitcoin ETF flows here, we can see that we have 58.5 million yesterday, 120.1 million from BlackRock. So that is obviously bullish for Bitcoin. And if we cover the fear and greed, we are right now at fear at 28, but we are going higher for Bitcoin, but we're still in fear. And we are pumping massively to the upside, and I do think we could potentially pump higher now, and then these orders could potentially get filled before then potentially enter lower prices. So I have limited short orders between 98 and 102,000 for Bitcoin, and I think this could potentially get filled very, very soon, and then we could potentially enter lower prices for Bitcoin. So we need to be patient now, in my personal humble opinion. And if you want to trade, links are of course down in the description below. And if we cover the correlation between the US stock market and Bitcoin, we can see that US stock market is right now bouncing massively, and that is also the Bitcoin price, as you can see right there. And I do think we could potentially catch back up because we have seen a very high correlation, as you can clearly see over here, but a massive decoupling right now. So hopefully we can see a pump to the upside to catch back with the US stock market, the S&P 500, and that could send Bitcoin way, way higher in my opinion. And if we cover the Bitcoin dominance, we are at 59.70%, and the crypto market is pumping massively. But as you can see, Bitcoin is pumping more than the altcoin market, and that is sending us higher. And I do think we could grind higher here for a few months before then entering into a alt season next year once QE starts. And if we cover the price of Ethereum, we are almost at 3.1, and we have this downward sloping resistance line, and if we can break above, higher prices could be expected. We also formed this higher low structure here on the price of Ethereum, so that's obviously very, very bullish also, and I do think we are about to follow Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin pumps to the upside, we are going to follow. If we are getting rejected, lower prices could be expected. And for Solana, we are at 143, and we have a massive resistance now at these levels, and if we can break above, higher prices could be expected. And we had this double bottom that we covered in yesterday's video, so if you took a trade, you would be massively in profits currently, because we have been pumping massively to the upside, as you can see, from 126 to 143. So that is of course very, very bullish for Solana. And if you want to trade yourself, you can right now check out Weex with the first link down below. Deposit 100 USDT and get 50 USDT bonus, and also secure your account by linking phone number and email to get 10 to 100 coupon, and also up to 800 USDT futures bonus with the first link down below if you want a reliable exchange to trade Bitcoin and altcoins on. And I'm also, of course, trading over on Weex. And on BloFin, you can claim a $1,000 deposit bonus, and the first 300 registered users receive a $10 voucher, and each new user gets a VIP1 for 30 days. So you can check out the second link down below if you want to trade over on BloFin. And overall, I do think we could see a further pump to the upside, but of course, in the short term now we are at massive levels of resistance, so we could get reacted, but it actually looks like we are breaking above resistance. So if we see a clear confirmation, I do think higher prices could be expected for Bitcoin. And of course, this is the reason for the pump, the fact that Vanguard finally reversed its Bitcoin ETF ban. And we are bullish on the super trend, and I do think we could see a pump to the 50 simple to confirm the breakdown, and we are seeing inflows into the Bitcoin ETFs. So I have my limit orders ready because I do think we are about to enter into a bear market exactly as last cycle. So if we can get an entry here, then that would be good in my opinion. And don't forget to let me know your thoughts down below. But of course, Bitcoin is pumping, so that is obviously very, very nice. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. See you tomorrow morning. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.